It's amazing. It's so
Yeah.
amazing. And I want to ask you this funny question about the why. Like you talking about geeks, but I want to know your why. Like what makes the art of puppetry an art that you cherish?
Wow, I was 5 in 1977, so that's kind of peak. The Muppet Show's really beginning to take off then. Muppet Show started in '76, but by '77, Muppet was big news, as was Star Wars, which came out in '77 in the UK. So
Yeah.
I suppose I loved puppets when I was little. So prior to being 5, I thought puppets were cool on TV, and I liked kids' puppet shows in the real world, and I thought it was fun that there was these things that could say what they want and be crazy and do wild things that human beings couldn't do. And then I saw Muppet Show, just blew my mind. I was like, this is insane. Like this is the craziest thing ever. That guy blows things up. The pig is punching the frog. The bear's terrible, a comedian, he's awful. There's an animal that plays drums and smashes things up. And there's a chef that throws things. It's just like everything was nuts. So my sense of humor, that really appealed to my sense of humor. I just thought this is great. What this is such a crazy world. So Muppet Show was my entry level thing where I became obsessive and I started drawing the Muppets and I was making scratchy foam puppets as a little kid. They weren't great, but they were, a start in that world. And so I suppose from that point on, I was then crazy about puppets. So it's really a Jim Henson Company thing, although I did like puppets before that. I just thought the way that Jim Henson, I should say, and Frank pushed things just so far, so quickly,
Yeah.
that because of the using the TV screen as the playboard. Like prior to that, TV shows had puppet shows on where they had a playboard. So the camera would look at a booth and you'd be thinking,
Uh-huh.
why are they doing that? But Jim Henson went, okay, let's just push the camera in and make the bottom of the screen. I can't do it. It's difficult on this because it's
Yeah.
make that the bottom of the playboard.
Yeah.
And the characters are just here and here. And I just thought it was amazing. I felt like I reached into my TV. I love the colors. I love the sets. I love the anarchy. I love the writing. And that's what blew my mind. And then when I found out they were in London, you can imagine, I was completely freaked out because as far as I was concerned, the Muppet Show Theatre was in Los Angeles or New York. Why would it be in London? There's no point. They're all American. So when I found out they were in London, that was, I just completely blew. I thought I was about 10 years old when I found that out. And I couldn't believe it. I thought they're here. They're here. They're making the show here. And then I wrote to Jim Henson and I said, I want to work with your company. I was 11. I'd like to be a Muppet performer. I mean, I was 11, so I'd have been very, very short. All the Muppets would be up here. I'd have been down here. But I said, I want to be a Muppet performer. He wrote back and said, you're too young to work in our company right now, but we will keep your details on file. And should we ever train any Muppet performers, which we do very occasionally before big movies, we'll give you a call. So I was 11. So I went, well, I'm 11, and that's not an answer I wanted. So, hey, Jim Henson, thanks for writing. No, I was really excited. He sent a signed photograph of himself, which I still have. And I was excited because I thought, well, he's a real guy. He is in London. They are making the show here. All of this is true. But he can't train me because I'm 11. But he did say he'd keep my details on file. So that's kind of nice. But I'm 11,
Yeah.
so I don't really understand what that means. So then, fast forward to graduating school, going through drama school. I studied stage management and production management at drama school in London at Lambda. I graduated drama school. I worked in the West End as a stage manager. By this point, I'm 19. So it's 8 years later. But from 11 to 19, when you're a kid, is like, half your life. So it's an immense
An
amount of time.
eternity.
Yeah, an eternity. So I was working in the West End and I had a phone call on my answer phone before the days of mobile phones in the 1800s. So I had this answer phone message from my mum when I got home saying, hey, Jim Henson Company called and they said they were auditioning people to be Muppet performers or to be, background Muppet performers in the UK. And I couldn't believe it. So I went along to the audition like 2 weeks later, got the gig, got on the workshop with Kath Smee, who's also in The Dark Crystal. I just remembered a puppeteer I forgot from Dark Crystal, Damien Farrell. I'm just going to name check Damien Farrell, amazing puppeteer, Irish. So myself and Kat and Colin Purvis, another puppeteer who I work with all the time in Star Wars and stuff. There's us 3 and there's 5 others, and we trained at the Jim Henson Company as background Muppet performers for Muppet Treasure Island, which was the project that I first started on. And, I wrote this letter when I was 11 and then fast forward to being 19 years old and being at the Jim Henson Company training as a puppeteer. It was crazy.